Hey everyone, welcome to Pop XP. And before the show starts, make sure to click that subscribe button and click the bell to get notifications when we go live and we upload awesome new content. And don't forget, if you can, make sure to share our stream on all your social media outlets. We appreciate it, and thanks for helping us grow the Pop XP channel. Hey, what's going on, YouTube? It's the brain of the mainframe here now, Scala with the Pop XP. And joining me tonight, as always, is the most amazing, Frank's amazing. Dude, I'm gonna like come up with something and get it right.
You are.
No, I'm like the most amazingest, amazing, Mr. Frank Amazing. How you doing, man? How you doing, brother? How you doing tonight?
Oh, I mean, after this weekend with DC, I think it re-energized some people.
I know, freaking DC fandom, dude.
Yeah,
it was insane.
It
was insane. It was all about the movies and the TVs. I mean, what's going on with the comics, though? There's supposed to be another part, though. That was only fandom part 1. Fandom part 2 is in like 17 days or something. There's a ticker on the website.
Yeah.
Are you gonna partake in it? You gonna join that fandom?
I don't know. Really thinking about it, especially after this past weekend, everything that they premiered. So I think it was good after all the stuff that they talked about. The rumors about DC, prior. So. It was really good. Yeah. How about you?
The Batman trailer, it got me. I was like, all right, I had a lot of worries about it, but I was like, this really isn't that bad. I'm up for something new. I'm up for a different take on things. I kind of got like a Saw vibe from that movie.
I liked it. I just hope that, and you know about this because we've talked about it. I don't need another Batman origin story. Stop telling me that his parents died and got shot. Like every movie for Batman talks about it. We get it. Let's move on to the story. Yes, parents are dead. That's how he became Batman.
But I always forget how it happened, so I kind of appreciate when they put it in. I'm like, how did they? Was it a car accident or something? Or, I don't know. But anyways, we've got great guests tonight. Great guests tonight. We don't need to be talking about this DC. What is DC? No one cares about that stuff. That's old news. What's new is what indie creators are doing out there. And we've been fortunate enough to get to know this guest tonight. This is her second Kickstarter for her series, Wolf and I. So without further ado, please let me welcome Krista Crawford. Krista, how are you doing tonight?
Good evening. I am doing great. How are you guys doing tonight?
We're doing well.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know how Frank's doing, but we're doing pretty well. Those network issues. It freezes at the most awkward
point. I was like, we'll just watch him in like pause frame.
So, Krista, how are you doing?
You guys were frozen. I'm like, hello?
I'm doing good. Just super pumped up, super excited. This is like the last week of the Kickstarter for issue 2. So it's just been ramping up all month long.
Now, when did you do your campaign for issue 1?
In February.
Oh, wow. And that's all fulfilled and everything.
So, yeah, we did the campaign for issue 1 in February, and it is all fulfilled. All backers got their comics, their stretch goals, all good things. I've been getting a lot of pictures back of people excited, of stuff arriving in the mail all summer long.
Oh, nice. And so now you're on your second Kickstarter, which is funded. And you've got, what do you have, 6 days left or so?
Oh, goodness.
3 days.
I have 3 days left.
Wow, 3 days to
go.
Now
it's giving you some extra days here.
Yeah.
He's like, you need a couple more days here. Let me just fix this Kickstarter.
Let's just add this here and put a 2 and that.
Right.
But no. So Krista, tell us, how did you get into comic books?
So I have always been an avid reader of actual like textbooks and novels and comic books, graphic novel, like everything. I if it's out there, I can get my hands on it, I read it. And I love those, you know, short, being able to pick up a comic book on a regular basis and follow a storyline. And I'm a big lover of art. So it combines my love of reading and my love of art together in one. And so, I mean, I've been reading comic books my entire life, but I've really got immersed into the whole comic world and the indie comic world when I started going to Comic-Cons as an artist and selling my art and my original artwork about 9 years ago.
Now, were you also, we're friends on Facebook, I've seen stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You also do cosplay as well?
I do, yes. I have been sewing for like 21 years more professionally. I like to do a lot of historical costumes and then just, you know, fun clothes, and then a lot of superhero costumes as well too, which, except for with Corona right now, I have worked with a couple of volunteer groups, and we do a lot of like kids need to read and dress up as superheroes and hand out free comic books on Free Comic Book Day.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's really cool. Mm-hmm. Now, who's like inspired you though? Like, you know, you've got your own journey, but you know, reading the comic books, you know, because you do everything with your book. So, I mean, is there anyone out there that's really inspired you and that keeps you motivated?
So I have a really close knit of artist friends that have been like my motivators and have been just really like supportive of, you're doing great. Like, you're doing something because you love to do it and you deserve to do it. So, you know, Karen Nicole and Alfred Trujillo, Shelby Robertson, you know, are like three really close ones. Flying Frog and Sam Sawyer, who did also custom covers, variant covers for this book, have also just been over the years like, keep it up, keep the good work. And we just see each other and we encourage each other. I like to tell people, I'm like, we're a community. We rise together. We're here to support each other. You know, we're only going to succeed if we continue to encourage each other. Because as artists, we're our biggest, like, oh, it doesn't look great. It doesn't look good. I'm not doing great. And so having that community and that friendship to really build yourself up and push yourself to do better.
Yeah. Yeah. And you have kind of like a secret weapon. You know, I only know one other creator that can do this. And as an indie creator, this is pretty big. This is a big thing to be able to do. You're not only a superhero in your own right as a nurse and in your day job, but you also are an owner of a printing company.
I am. So yes, I am officially graduated as a doctorate. So I'm actually Dr. Crawford.
Oh, you're a doctor now. Congratulations.
Yeah, I'm a doctorally prepared nurse practitioner. So superhero by day, superhero by night. But yes, I am the co-owner of the print company here in Bill and Designs. We started as a small company about 8 years ago to help out a couple of our artist friends who, you know, they were putting a roof over their head, food on their table by providing their art, and they wanted affordable prints that were high quality. And I was like, well, you know, we're in a good place. Let's help them out, buy a cool printer. And it has just and if you asked me 8 years ago, I would never have said, oh yeah, we're going to have a print business and we're going to print comics and meet cool people and travel to all these conventions and ship worldwide. And I would have told you, oh no, this is, you know, to help friends out. Like, I want to help people grow. I want to help people feel supported. But no, it turned into, okay, now more people want to print through us. Let's start a business. Let's get a better printer. Let's, you know, get more equipment, and has developed into this crazy, wonderful adventure that's changed our lives.
That's incredible.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how are you feeling with, you know, the coronavirus and printing? Are you getting a lot more people that have done campaigns or just books in general, you know, from a printing standpoint?
So we were a little like apprehensive right when Corona started, because we had just dropped and bought a brand new printer and like was in the works of how are we going to get this developed or, you know, delivered, and how is things going to run, because we're very like convention dependent, you know, previously, where we were like, all right, May is convention time, and June and July, and we had these con plans. And we also print for like local businesses and local theater companies, and they too are like on a regular schedule. And so we kind of just like reached out. We were like, are you guys doing okay? Like, how are you doing financially? You know, we're in a good place. And they're like, no, we're doing good. We are promoting online. We are doing Kickstarters. We are taking every ounce of energy that we would take to these conventions, and we are bringing our communities together for these campaigns. Like, this is the big movement for indie creators, and that we've seen it over the last few months. We've seen creators that have been like tremendously reaching out to their communities and promoting their books and promoting other creators and cross promoting with each other, and just bringing everybody together when you can't meet up together in person.
That's
awesome.
great.
That's incredible. Now let's take a look at this though. So you went from, you did nursing, you got your doctorate now, you're a printing company, you're an all-in-one comic creator with your second, this is your second
this
book?
Is my second. Yeah. So this is issue number 2.
Okay, so let's take a look at this. So you currently have right now issue number 2 of Wolf and I Magic Rising. You are funded. You have 3 days to go. So everyone, if you're watching this live now or you're watching this on the rerun of the episode, 3 days left. You know, help share it on your Facebook, your Twitter, Instagram, whatever you're using. Let's help push this out there and get as much as we can so that she can keep producing these great books. Now that you're on issue 2, this is the first time we've had you on our show. Give us kind of the synopsis. Like, what is Wolf and I about?
So Wolf and I is a take on like it was actually meant to be published as a young adult novel that I've been working on for like 10 years. And I finally was like, you know what? I'm going to combine my love, this story with my art and actually make it like an original comic book. So it's not your typical superhero, like I'm here to save the day, beat up the bad guys. It's more of a science fiction, adventure, fantasy comic book where the main character, Violet, and her best friend, Sophia, are living their lives. They're your typical college students trying to figure out where they're going to go, and strange occurrences start happening and strangers start following them, and they start getting chased by a wolf who disappears out of the blue, and so they're traveling through the story, learning about themselves, and then they learn about the main character, Violet's past, and how her parents aren't who she thought they were, and it just leads them on this magical journey and adventure to escape, the evil villains that are out to get them, and kind of learning themselves in the process.
Oh, nice. And so, and where does that take us now in issue 2?
So issue 2, issue 1 really delved into like the backstory and kind of just give you a bite of this is what the story's about and this is what you can expect from it. Issue 2 really delves into, you're learning more about the main characters, and there's some powers that start to come out that connect with the background story. And then you get to see a little bit more of that protagonist-antagonist conflicts in the story. And then you'll get to see, as they progress through the story, the changes that are happening and other side characters that start coming in.
Oh, nice. I like your art. I like your art style.
Thank you.
Now, is this an all ages book?
So it's an all ages book, but it's primarily aimed at like young adults, so like late teens, 20s, 30s, like fantasy lovers.
Nice. And how many issues is this going to pan out to be?
So my plan right now is to have at least 10 issues based on like the storyboards that I've drawn up. But I do have side plans to do like mini series of like 3-run books based on this side character and their background, and a mini series of 3 or 4 books on another side character.
All right, but let's throw out this whole interview thing, right? You're doing everything yourself. Yeah. You're doing everything yourself. And on top of everything else you do, how long does it take? Or, well, A, I doubt sleep is even in your equation of anything. And B, Oh, you do? Well, okay. I guess we can count an hour a night or something. But how do you pull this off?
A lot of coffee. No, a lot of encouragement. I work on it a little bit every day. It's my like stress reliever. Book issue 1 took me a lot longer because I was like, oh, I have 1 semester left of my doctorate and I only have a graduate project to do. Let's just write a comic book on top of this. Yeah, don't do that. But so it took me a lot longer. It took me until May to finish issue 1 because I'm sketching, inking, flatting, coloring, lettering, and then printing the book. Issue 2, I've got a better flow down and, I've made some adjustments and changes and you're always growing. Like as an artist, you're always growing. You're learning new techniques. You get more fluid with it. And issue 1 was like a test into the waters. Like, is this even a thing I can do? Is this something that people will like? And now that I've moved on to issue 2 and the community is growing and I'm talking to people about it, it's just coming together more. And that energy, you just sit down and it just comes out. The one big thing that I wanted to do with issue 2 and from on here on out, I'm a big, like, I want to support other artists. Like, this is just a passion project for me. I don't expect to, like, I'd love it if it made $1 million, but for me, it's a passion project. It's something that keeps me happy and as a way that I can support other artists. So my big thing that I wanted to do is I want to have different artists with every issue and have them do a variant cover in their art style, that portrays the story or the characters, but also portrays their art, and to list their links to their social medias so that people who see the project can go and support them as well.
That's great. Now, I just it just blows my mind. Like, I don't get, like, I find it so hard. Like, you do so much more than me. Yeah, I'm like, oh my God, I'm having such a hard time producing my book. And I feel motivated. Like, I need to, I got to sleep less, or do something. I got to get this book going. I got to get this book going.
Sleep and drink water. Do the things.
But now, with everything you do, are you completely self-taught with all of this? Or did you actually, did you go to school, take classes?
I took 1 class in college. That was like your basic art 101, but the rest of it has been like, drawing and watching YouTube tutorials and just literally drawing circles and lines for hours and hours and hours. And there was a big change. I mostly do digital now. For a long time, I only did traditional. Now I do like 80% digital, 20% traditional. And there was a big learning curve switching between traditional and digital. And so that took a long time to work through, getting that precision right and changing it. But yes, 99% self-taught. But open-minded. I have a lot of creative friends, so I'm always picking their brain. I'm always learning from other people. Like, I'm struggling with this. Like, how can I do this better? This is what I'm trying to achieve. Like, what are some techniques or different ways to get there? And it has really, just looking back over the last 20 years of drawing, you can see the progress.
Now, when did you start doing digital artwork?
I started doing digital artwork probably about 8 or 9 years ago, right about the time that I started getting into going to Comic-Con and selling like original art and fan art is when I started delving more into digital art, just as a way to like branch out. It's a little bit investment at first, but cheaper in the long run. Paints are very expensive. Markers can be very expensive. So it gave me that flexibility of not having to pull everything out to set up, but I could just turn it on and just do a quick sketch, do a warm up, like just keep in practice.
So what are you using for your digital work?
So what I'm using primarily is Photoshop, and then I have a Cintiq Wacom tablet. So it's primarily what I do for my digital work, and it's just something that I'm very, very comfortable with. I've tried other programs like Clip, but it's just when you know something and you feel comfortable with it, and it's going to do what you want it to do, and then we make it work.
Nice. So what do you have next? So after this, obviously, I mean, you have issue 3 coming out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are there any other stories where you kind of want to be like, okay, I'm going to take a break. I'll get up to issue this point, but I really want to start getting this story moving. Do you foresee that happening, or do you want to see this all the way through?
I've debated both ways. So I've put a lot of thought into getting to like issue 5 or 6, like a point where I could put out a trade paperback, and then releasing that, and then maybe doing like a smaller story. My one story I've been toying with is more of a kid's story. My daughter wants me to do a children's like Adventures of Sprinkles the Chicken book. And
Nobody
so that's always on the radar.
You better trademark that.
Yeah.
We got a couple of tweets in chat.
Wolf and I is trademarked. I do own the copyright.
I can see Fraga doing that.
Fraga doing Sprinkles the Chicken. I could see him doing it too.
That has been awesome. Our life. We have had chickens for a couple of years now, and probably once a week. When are you going to draw a Sprinkles the Chicken comic? When are you going to do it? When are you going to do it? I know you're working at Wolf and I, but Sprinkles the Chicken.
Have you drawn Sprinkles the Chicken?
I have drawn like concept pictures. Everything has to be approved by the one that's like this tall.
Your editor in chief.
She runs pretty expensive. She takes money in the form of Roblox. But no, we've done like concept art. We've done like basic storyboarding of it, but we haven't actually like done full panels. And I'm doing a lot more research into it because like as children's comics, I feel like sometimes come off a little bit different, and the wording, Robux.
Yeah,
Robux are the devil. Yes, Mandy. Sorry, I'm very distracted.
Yeah, Mandy did her comics a children's book for all ages. Robux are the devil. What is that? What is Robux?
Oh, you don't.
It's like Minecraft, right?
It's like Minecraft. Yes.
It's like Pepsi, right? It's like Coke and Pepsi, but like Minecraft and Robux.
Ooh, that is a good question, Heroine. Yes, I do print comic books for other creators, especially in the Phoenix area, but like in general. I mean, we've shipped comics to Australia, we've shipped comics to Canada, we've shipped all over the United States, and we do a lot of local Phoenix and Arizona and Tucson. But yes, my books, actually, they were on sale at Jesse James. He is sold out.
Oh, nice. Now, how can like any indie creators that are watching right now, if they're looking to get, some of their books printed, how would they reach out to you guys?
So currently, they can reach us on through our Facebook page here in Villain Designs, and I think somebody linked it earlier. Yep. Which also has our email address here in villaindesigns@gmail.com. So they can either message us through Facebook, they can send us an email. But hopefully soon, we are looking at the last proofs for our website. So after 8 years, we're finally putting up a website that has all of our things. Because now we do more than just prints. I mean, we do banners and posters and business cards and stickers and comic books and prints and everything in between.
Yeah, nice. Now, do you ever think of because you probably have a lot of because you're in an area that has a lot of indie creators, and it seems like you've got this nice network there. And it's seems like everyone leans on everyone for certain things. Are you thinking of expanding into maybe other, like stretch goal items, like other things that they do? Like, are you guys ever looking at what else could we offer, or do we even offer fulfillment? Have you ever thought of fulfilling other people's crowdfunding campaign?
We've fulfilled once, which was a lot, especially because we're very small. I mean, we are small. I don't think we're at a point that we can do some of these big fulfillments. We have done if people are shipping to a store, we've done okay, we'll ship this box of 30 prints to a store. However, one thing that we do offer is we do offer a bag and board service. It's included on all of our metallic comic books. So they come pre-bagged and board. And then we do offer an add-on service for bag and boarding for any other comics that are ordered.
Oh, nice.
Have you thought about Pogs? Printing Pogs?
Say that one more time. You're a little quiet.
Have you thought about printing Pogs? That's what Nile wanted to know.
Oh, Pogs.
They're making a comeback.
Gosh, I haven't seen Pogs in quite some time.
They're making a comeback, people. I'm telling you.
Yep,
Brian Polito's got the Pogs.
I have not thought about printing Pogs before. It is something we could look into. One of the new things that we have recently started doing as of this summer is stickers. And so we do like matte stickers that are, sorry, my camera is like super shiny right today. So for like issue 1, I did stretch goals of stickers, and we also do metallic stickers. So if you saw on the Kickstarter, one of my first stretch goals is the metallic wolf and eye sticker. So that is something that we offer to customers, is die cut, full bleed or white edged stickers. And
you also do trading cards? Do you do cards?
We do trading cards. We do business cards, playing cards, trading cards, and tarot cards. And we can offer all of those in the holographic form as well.
That's right, Vinny. You do have that holographic slammer.
We've got a lot of, yes. So I think our holographic stickers are looking super cool. One of the things that I did team up with a local creator here, which I'm absolutely in love with, is there's a creator here that offers gemstone jeweling of covers. So these are just like sample prints so that I can kind of test out. And so it actually has real Swarovski crystals on there. And so any of the comics that have this will come with like a certificate of authenticity. And so I have it as an option for all the covers. And it's just kind of like adds an extra like appeal to it. Yeah, it's fun. Yeah. They can't get graded with it. But here's another one.
Wow, that's really cool.
Yeah. And one of the nice thing about the metallics that we do is we offer white ink. So anything that you don't want to be shiny. And we offer multiple different like patterns. And so that was just like a standard rainbow. But like the issue 1 is printed on our magma stock. However, when we printed it, I did the main character Violet with white ink underneath her. So she doesn't actually show up. So she really pops out from the like magma metallic background, where the back is like 100% no white ink.
How did you guys learn all the printing? Like when you got like invested in the equipment and stuff, did you like have to do like a training course, or was it something your husband was familiar with, or you're just like, we're buying a printer and we're doing it?
We're buying a printer and we're doing it. It was a lot of trial and error. Yeah. It was a lot of like, we had friends and customers come to us and they're like, this is what I'm trying to do. Can you make this happen? And so we would get samples and we would send inquiries out and we would look into it and do a lot of research. And then we'd be like, all right, we're jumping in. Let's hope this works.
And one print, do you have multiple printers, or is one printer capable of printing on so many different medias?
So we have one like huge printer that does like our prints and our comics and our cards. And then we have another one, which is over in the other room, that does like banners and stickers and wall clings. We did for our daughter's room, I digitally painted like the Hogwarts castle and a forest and a lake. And we printed it out in these 3 like floor to ceiling stickers panels and just basically stickered her wall in these 3 big wallpapers.
Oh, wow.
So 2 like main printers. And then we have a couple like specialty printers that we're kind of testing out markets for. So we have like a laser engraver that we've kind of been feeling the waters to see how that is. And then we have like all the finishing equipment. So like a booklet maker and a corner cutter and a cutter and a guillotine cutter, like all the things.
Do they have child safety stuff on them for your editor-in-chief?
For our editor-in-chief, yes.
Oh, that's cool.
Ooh,
well, you got this just popped up here. It says the Facebook page is not available for Europeans.
Interesting. I never ran into that before. I'll have to look into that. But they can, let's see if I can post this here. Any Europeans who are interested can send us an email, and I will figure out why if I can type right. It's what you do after you get like 4 hours of sleep after 4 12-hour shifts in a row. VIL@designs@gmail. Okay. They can email us at heroinvillaindesigns@gmail.com for any inquiries, and I'll look into why the Facebook page is being silly.
All right, awesome. Well, hey, Krista, thank you so much for coming on the show. Your book looks awesome.
Thank you.
Everyone, if you can, head out there and help support Krista and her creations. They're doing everything. I mean, you definitely don't have to worry about fulfillment. These get printed right in-house. And it's absolutely incredible what you guys are doing. The community that you're part of, that ever-growing community in your area. I mean, it's phenomenal what you creators are doing, and I can't wait to see what else you keep churning out. On top of everything else you're doing, and you're still putting these books out is absolutely amazing. It really is. Like I feel like crap. I feel like a lazy crap.
You should. Get your doctorate, man.
I know.
Do something.
I am just
my GED.
I love to learn and I love to help people. Like those are my two things. So I'm always like, how can I help people more? How can I learn more? How can we grow more? And it just kind of snowballs.
Yeah. Well, hey, keep up with it. If you're doing things that are making you happy, making other people happy, keep it up. Keep it up and keep us in the loop of everything that you're doing. And I mean, you're always welcome to come back on the show. And for those that don't know, if you want to stick around at 9:00, we are going to have the incredible Murat Michaels on talking about his latest Kickstarter for Battle Fairy and the Yeti. Plus, he has another big announcement that he's going to be talking about on the show. So everyone's got about 25 minutes to take a break, grab a beer, get a drink, grab a pillow, get your Snuggie, get your Teddy, get whoever. If you even cuddle with your mom, maybe she'll enjoy it too. But we'll be back on at 9 p.m. with Murat Michaels. Again, Krista, thank you so much. You are formally invited to join us with Murat if you'd like. In the meantime, everyone, please help support Wolf and I, Magic Rising, and we will see you all in about 25 minutes. Bye. All right, oh, wait. Where can they follow you, Krista?
Oh, it's kind of a good question. So I am on all the social medias at Fleur de Villainy. Or that way. So Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, and recently TikTok I'm exploring.
Oh, nice.
Uh-oh.
I deleted TikTok. It was addicting.
I get caught up watching way too many. I love to bake, and there's some like really good TikTok bakers on there. So as I'm like actually waiting to see if my bread is rising right now in the oven when we're off of here, but I'm like sitting there and I'm like, okay, next.
She's making bread too.
She's making bread too. What is this? I take your invite back. This is horrible. Oh my gosh.
Follow my Instagram for more bread photos.
If you want to buy her fresh bread, head on over to. All right, everyone.
I mean, free cookies with all order pickups.
There you go. That's awesome. All right, everyone. We will see you all in about 23 minutes with Murat Michaels.
Cries in the corner.
I will be crying in the corner.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We'll see you in a little bit.
All right. Bye.
Bye. Hey everyone, thank you for joining us on Pop XP. If you haven't already, make sure to click that subscribe button and also click the bell for notifications when we go live and we upload some awesome new content. Also, don't forget to head on over to Twitter and follow us at the Pop XP and over on Instagram at the Pop XP. Thanks again everyone, and we'll see you soon.